Watch. My name is Chief Danny Edwards. I'm Fire Chief in the City of Baker. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, and we're wishing you a Happy New Year's. I have with me today Howard Ward. He's my Public Education Officer. How you doing this morning, Howard?
Thanks, Chief. Thanks for having me on.
Good. Hope you had a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I'm trying to get over these Christmas holiday spirit that we had here.
You look like you had to extend your belt a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Santa was good to you, huh?
Yeah, he did, Chief. I'm going to tell you, you know that workout room that we got in the fire station? You'll see me in it more now because I can tell you I ate too much.
Well, I don't have room to talk, I'm going to tell you, buddy. Well, we hope everyone had a safe holiday season, but we want to talk a little bit more, Howard. You know, we're big on safety throughout the year, every aspect of safety. That's one of our top priorities. But we're going to talk today a little bit about smoke detectors, Christmas tree disposal and stuff. Why don't we start out with our campaign for smoke detectors, and you tell the people what we're doing with that.
Well, Chief, you know, as we talked about before we came into the studio, one of the priority things that we want to see the citizens of Baker and anybody, any community, is to have a safe holiday season. Nobody wants to get injured or have their property damaged by a fire or something like that. So one of the things we had decided we was going to talk about was safety during the holiday season and smoke detectors. Number one thing you got to have. You got to have smoke detectors. They're so important for your home. That's your number one defense. That's your primary defense while you're sleeping. You know that the greater majority of all fires start while you're in bed, while you're sleeping.
Exactly.
So I don't know about you, Chief, but when I'm sleeping, I don't hear much going on. And so with these smoke detectors, there are little sentinels in the night. They've saved hundreds and hundreds of lives. You started a program last year, and you went out and you got some grant money. You bought some smoke detectors, and we've reached out to the community on many, many occasions and said, look, if you can't afford them, you can't get them, and you're unable to put them up, call the fire department. We'll help you do it. Exactly. Thanks to your graces, I think we've probably installed 50 or 60 smoke detectors in homes throughout the city.
You know, we had, over the years, we've had 3 campaigns. One was an FPA campaign several years ago where we installed probably 300 or 400 smoke detectors. I want to mention a couple of our partners that we got grants from. Number one is Energy. Energy gave us a grant to buy smoke detectors, and the other partner was the Fire Marshal's Office. Fire Marshal's Office were gracious enough to give us smoke detectors.
Sure
but statistics have proven that smoke detectors save lives, and if they're installed properly, our campaign, we're not just going to give you a smoke detector. We will not feel right if we just give you a smoke detector and let you go install it. Not that you don't know how to install it, but there's criteria that we use to install those smoke detectors. They have to be installed certain places, certain ways. So if you need one, we'll give you 1 or 2 or whatever you need. We get you to sign off on them. And Howard, you know, we've sent our guys out to
many times.
Many times, and that way we know that they're installed properly. We know that they're done right. But we want to thank our partners, and this campaign is not ending.
No.
We want to keep going with smoke detectors and anything that we can do to save lives. And I pride myself in knowing when I go to sleep at night, the city of Baker is a lot safer.
Exactly.
We've proven it by education. We've proven it by our safety campaign. Our inspections in the businesses. We know without a shadow of a doubt when our guys go in a building that we know that the building is safe.
We do. I tell you what, Chief, you do a lot of proactive work in the community. You know, it's always better to be proactive than reactive.
Exactly.
So smoke detectors are good. Can I comment on a couple of other fire safety things that we want to be aware of?
We definitely want to touch on those. Let's talk about the Christmas trees. You know, Christmas trees, live Christmas trees, have to be cared for.
Exactly.
So tell people how they need to care for them and dispose of them.
You know, Christmas trees are beautiful, especially your live ones. You go out there and you cut them at the tree farms, you bring them home. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is after Christmas, there's this tendency just to forget about your tree. Those things will dry out in a matter of days. So what we emphasize and encourage people to do, as soon as the Christmas season is over, a couple days after Christmas, and you got a live tree in your house, take it down. Get it out, because I think they're going to show a picture, or they may have showed a picture of a dead Christmas tree. That thing is nothing but quick kindling. It's pine, it's got pine tar in it and everything else.
You know how we want to tell people not to try not to burn it themselves or not burn it themselves.
Right. Just put it out by the road.
Put it out by the road, or find somebody with a pond or something, or
That's
a
right.
camp that you can make sachet.
That's it. A lot of people do. You put them out by the road, and me and your fishermen,
Yeah.
they come by and pick them up.
Yeah.
We also want to talk about some of the things that we see during the holiday season and cold weather season. Space heaters, home heating. Space heaters, Chief, there's no better way to tell you about being safe with space heater, but put space between it and whatever you're warming up.
Exactly.
Those things need to be 3 feet away from anything that'll burn, including humans. Home heating, if you haven't had your heating system checked in a while, go out, contact a confident heating and air conditioning group, have them go through your heating system and take care of it.
You know, I read something the other day about a space heater. You know, you don't think about this, but you know how we give our pets toys, little toys?
Yeah.
Maybe wrap a sock or put another sock in a sock, and they play with those and they throw them around with their head.
Right.
There's actually been some fires started about pets
Throwing it into the heater.
Throwing it into the heater. So that's another thing that you want to be cautious about.
Exactly, exactly.
But,
And one more thing we're going to talk about, we're getting short on this segment, fireplaces.
Yeah.
We actually had a fireplace fire just a week or so ago in Baker. It was a misuse of fireplace, but we can't over encourage people to make sure if you're going to burn your fireplace, have it clean. There's a picture of a flue. The flue has to be stoked and has to be cleaned by a professional. Make sure that you use good common sense this time of the year.
When you go to bed at night too, and you got a fire in your fireplace, don't forget to shut the doors.
Shut the doors on that
You
thing.
got some wood now that'll pop and throw that spark out. So we do a good campaign. You do a lot of campaigns and stuff for smoking fireplaces and safety.
Right.
So we can't encourage you enough. But Howard, good job on what
Thanks,
you do.
buddy.
And
Thanks.
thanks a lot. And that's it for this segment. We'll be right back. Thank you, folks.
2012 is an exciting year in broadcasting. WLFT has been bringing you the best in religious and family programming for over 10 years. Your new digital television allows you to do a lot more, including gaming, internet, and there's over 20 free TV stations you can now pick up over the air. Soon there'll be over 30 channels here in Baton Rouge, so mark the first of each calendar month to rescan your TV. Lots of free entertainment. Rescan Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to this segment of Firewatch, folks. We're going to talk now about some campaigns we had for Christmas, and something that's very special to me this year is the number of requests we had for families that were in need of toys and just couldn't make Christmas for their family. And it touches my heart when I get these requests and I can't fill them. But this year we've had some requests and we were able to fill them. We had some events, and Howard's going to get into it. I'm going to let him touch on the rides for toys, but we've had a good campaign. Like I say, we were able to help some families that we probably wouldn't have been able to help in the past, and the reason being is we had some big collections of toys and some organizations that came forward, and I'll touch on that in a little bit. But Howard, tell us about the 3-day event with Rides for Toys. I mean, I was there, and Councilwoman Burgess was there.
Yeah.
And
The mayor.
Yeah, the mayor.
We had I tell you what, Chief, this was your 4th year. You brought me into the department in back in '09, and every year since then. This was our 4th year that you had done this. The Rides for Toys, again, Chief, it was a success. This was the little flyers that we handed out. A lot of people saw them. We held it on December 12th, 13th, and 14th at our Baker Walmart.
Yeah.
And you were there, as you said. It was a great success. it's amazing what the, you know, what we can see from our community, the willingness they did to participate and to donate toys for kids that may not have a very special Christmas. And as you said, we collected probably, I want to say, in the mix of, with the help of that individual that y'all let you tell us about, we probably collected over 400 to 500. I'm happy to report we collected about 400 to 500 toys.
And let me tell you one thing about Rise for Toys, Howard. It really touched me, and I saw it on the Friday night, the last night that we did it. It was the day, I think the day after or the day of the shooting in Connecticut.
Yeah.
We saw a great turnout of people and children that evening that would go into Walmart and get a toy and bring it out.
Right.
And some of them wanted to ride, some of them didn't. But they didn't tell you that the reason they were there, but you knew and you could see the influx of people that came in, that the impact that shooting had in Connecticut. I know it touched my heart, and it touched so many people's heart that they showed up. And that night we really had a good time. I mean, it was just like the guardian angels were there and stuff. I mean, it really touched us. But
I think a lot of people were moved, as you said, were moved to do something good.
Yeah.
You know, so much evil was spread on that one town
It
that
was.
people just wanted to try to spread some good to make up for the evil.
Yeah, we collected anywhere from 400 to 500, 600 toys, and we're able to distribute.
We have an EOC room in the fire station and this EOC room is a pretty big room, and it's got a large table, and I think it was almost filled to capacity. It was touching in my heart that we had so many toys that we collected. Won't you mention some of the great and also the guys? You know,
my guys are wonderful. I'm gonna thank everybody that supported, but my guys do so much during Christmas, and we take them out of the scope of their normal duties so much during Christmas, and not one of them have complained. They all want to do it. But I want to thank my men. And I want to thank Willie Brooks, the Baker Police DARE officer that was there with the DARE car. And I want to thank our friend that shows up every year that helps us, Santa. We call him Chris. His name is Chris, but we call him Chris Kringle. I think his last name is Fiorazzaro or something.
Fiorazzaro.
Yeah, something like that. It's a good Italian name.
He loves being our Santa, Chief.
And I want to thank Mr. Tim Arsenault. He's with an organization that's called Needy of Baton Rouge. He called us and wanted to help with toys and food, and he really made it take it to the next step. Howard. We were able to help more families than usual because of him and his organization. And it's a non-profit organization. He does this for money. He collects thousands and thousands of toys and gives them to people that are in need. And I want to mention him again. Needy of Baton Rouge is his organization.
Well,
and he will take donations for toys and stuff like that. But Mr. Tim, we appreciate you. And
well, you know, that, like you said, Chief, we actually saw, you know, a lot of places that you contribute money or whatever, you kind of have a feeling, well, where does that really go? But we can tell you, folks, these people put it in our hands, and we put it to the people that need it.
Right. I'm gonna back up a minute. At Walmart, people make donations to us too, monetarily, and we take that money and we buy a bicycle or buy toys. So we want to thank those people that make those donations, and I want to thank the Salvation Army too. They had a big distribution.
They sure did.
In Baker at Old Walmart, and they handed out toys, and they even donated some bicycles for us to give away. To
give to some of our needy folks too. And, that was a great thing too.
Yeah, we had one family in particular that lost their father. The mama lost her job before Christmas, and they weren't going to have a Christmas. And the kids were like 6, 7, and 8 years old. And we were able to make Christmas for those people. We not only were able to give them each a bicycle and some toys, but we gave the mama a food basket with turkey and all that stuff. So if nothing else, that was the best.
That was icing on the cake.
That was icing on the cake.
There you go.
And we were really thought. But the Salvation Army did a good job in Baker. They gave out a lot of toys, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
But Howard, talk a little bit about the Santa Ride. Right?
Oh, and also, Chief, we don't want to forget that last week we completed our Santa Rides in Baker. We tried to hit, and folks, if we didn't hit your street, it's not because we didn't want to. You know, City of Baker is not a huge city, but it's got a lot of streets. But we went all through the streets, and I got to tell you, Chief, you remember that budget you gave me for candy?
Yeah.
It's spent because Santa threw it out. And
Well, you ate most of it.
well, I can't help it, Chief. I like the chocolate. But it really went well, Chief. The kids look forward to it. Our secretary, Linda, at the office says all the time she gets all kind of calls, hey, when's Santa coming on my street? So,
We'll be out tonight again, won't we?
well, we,
Is the night a makeup night? Or
makeup night, yeah.
Okay, okay. Want to thank Miss Joyce Burgess and the mayor for being a part of it. Miss Joyce rode the trucks, and she was very, very pleased with that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we want to thank all the city officials for being around.
And again, our guys that go out there every night, you know, they fight fire 24/7, but when we say we're going to do this, they get on the truck and they just as happy to be involved with it as possible. So
My guys are the best. I'm so proud of them.
yeah, we got a bunch of good guys, and they love the holiday season too. So it's a kind of a catch-22. They enjoy doing what they do.
I'm telling you, we're very proud. I'm proud of the work you do too.
Thanks,
Tom.
Chief.
I really am.
Working for a good guy. Is it too early to ask for that raise, Chief?
Well, you know, budget year is
Well,
in
that's
July
true. We got
next
budget
year,
coming up.
Well,
So.
anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
I
Okay.
might make a deal with you if you lose some of that Christmas plate off.
Oh,
Along with
how
me.
about a pound?
Along
Every
with me.
pound we get a dollar an hour rate. There we go.
That'll work. We'll look into that.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah. But anyway, this Christmas year has been a real good one.
It has. It's been a great holiday season, and I think on our next segment, me and you talked about, we're going to talk about what you plan to do in the next year.
Yeah, we
some
got
of the
some
future-
goals and all, you know. And,
Future plans of what you're going to do in the
yeah.
next year. So we'll talk about
you know, I
that.
came up with a new slogan that I want.
You mentioned that this morning.
Yeah.
Well, what's your new slogan, Chief?
The best way to predict the future is to invent the future.
The best way to predict the future,
Is to invent the
to
future.
invent the future.
So, if
Can
you
we
think
put that?
about it,
Oh, that's a.
it's
I
a
love
good
the
slogan.
thought about it.
Yeah.
And you know that we did pass the day where the ancient Mayans said that we weren't going to be in existence anymore. So
Yeah.
how about a high five that we're still here, Chief?
Good.
I mean,
I'm
you know,
glad. I'm glad.
December
I heard even some of the Mayans didn't believe what the Mayans said.
The Mayans didn't even believe their own calendar.
Yeah. But
Well, I know that there was some people, you know, that were thinking that it might not happen, but you know, I got to believe what the good book says. Not even the angels in heaven know the day. So
that's right. There's
Well,
one person knows when it's
one
gonna
person really knows, and
Yeah.
that's Him above. And if the Mayans could have wrote about it 2,000 years, you know,
Yeah.
who's to believe what that is all about?
That's
but
right. But,
you know, that's where we came through this holiday season, and you and I both, we stand on the same thing, saying that holidays is all about Christ,
That's it.
and we believe in His word, and that's where we're going to stand. So.
We're fortunate to have a mayor that believes in God and trusts in God, and the council also. So that's what.
And
we're
they've been
based-
very supportive of everything
Yeah.
that you've done as a
Yeah.
fire chief too, Chief.
Yeah. That's how I get by each day.
Yeah.
You know, it's by faith.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we got, and
That's right.
you know, if we didn't have that, then there would have been a lot more people that would have been standing in line to jump off the bridge on December 20th. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we're gonna have a good year next year. We're believing in it. We know it, and
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna talk about some of the things in the next segment.
I know you got a lot of things that's you coming up, so we'll talk about it.
Well, folks, thank y'all for joining us. When we'll be back with the next segment.
Promoting your business in these competitive times can be tough. You need to use everything possible to stand out in the crowd. Your vehicle is an asset most companies overlook when advertising. Now you can promote just like major companies by wrapping your vehicle with eye-catching graphics. Frogskin Graphics wraps boats, cars, trucks, and buildings. No job too large or small. Full color banners, window graphics, and signs designed, printed, and installed by professionals. 683-9595.
back, folks, to our third and last segment of Fire Watch. This segment, Howard and I are going to talk about some of the plans for the new year. The number one priority for us always is fight fire, put out fire, and save lives. We have other priorities. We're going to continue our training. That's number one priority with my training officer and all of my guys is the best training we can get and best we can give to the firefighters. Another priority, Howard, is always a biggie, and it's always a fight and a battle with budget. But we need about 3 more firefighters, and
Yeah.
We really compliment our staff, and we're writing another SAFER grant to try to get that. And
Yeah.
it's always a goal of mine is to have a full staff. Right now we have a good staff of firefighters. We've got both stations open, and we're manning both of those stations, and we're proud of that aspect.
Well,
Tell me what's important to you.
Well, I agree, Chief. I mean, you know, we both retired from the Baton Rouge Fire Department, and we in the Baton Rouge we had the ability to have more people. The budget was bigger, of course, and we know what it's like to have extra men on the ground, on a fire ground. And I'm a big pusher for having more firefighters in the city riding these fire trucks. So I compliment you if you can get that SAFER grant and add more firefighters on it. I think it's a benefit. It's a safety benefit because of more personnel to back each other up. And, you know,
Right.
As firefighters do, we help each other out. So
You know, another biggie next year is we're up for our rating again. And,
yeah.
I feel confident that we're where we need to be. I think our numbers will probably be a little bit better this time than they were the last time.
Right.
We're number 2 now. We want to stay a number 2. We just want to get our numbers up to a comfortable level.
And doesn't a class rating, Chief, the rating as we're at class 2, what does that mean for the public? You know, far as public, the private sector and the business sector.
You know, the rating is from one to a 10 in numbers. 1 being the best, 10 being the worst, and we're at a 2, and that's actually where we need to be, and we want to stay. We were a 3, and then we went from a 3 to a 2. It saved the citizens of Baker overall probably around $150,000 a year. So it lowered the insurance rates for.
That's the thing. It lowers insurance rates,
yeah.
saves people money.
For
You save
residential
people
and-
money,
yeah.
they're happy.
Residentially and commercially. Commercial is a little bit more.
Right.
But we always try to strive to maintain that rating so we can keep that level.
Yeah, that's important.
You know, and citizens of Baker, we want to, our top priority is public education and public relations, and always remember, try to tell my guys, the citizens are our customers, and we want to try to always remember that.
You know, when you count,
professionalism.
that's it.
And above all, honesty and integrity is what we demand.
That's
And,
it.
Our guys know it, and we want to look good in the public, we want to act right in the public, and just be professionals at what we do. And I think we're able to maintain that. Well, Howard, you know, we're winding down this segment, and I've told you this many times, you're good at what you do. I appreciate the job you do.
Well, you're a
And,
great chief. It's wonderful to work for you, Chief. I don't think anybody would argue you're great. You're great for the city of Baker. It's an
Yeah.
honor to be here with you.
Well, thank you for what you do, and stay with me next year, and we're going to make things happen.
I ain't going nowhere.
Thank you, folks, for being with us. See you later. Have a good New Year's.